Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome back to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, yeah, this time we're on episode 13 of season 3, and you might be wondering, where is episode 12? Where is the episode 12 reaction? Funny story about that. I did a tweet about this. If you follow me on Twitter, you will know that I made a tweet regarding this situation. I had a bunch of stuff ready to kind of render and upload and ready to get out, and then I myself, in a pre-caffeinated state, in a still quarter asleep pre-caffeinated state, went and accidentally deleted a bunch of different one folder that contained a lot of important stuff, and that important stuff was connected to a lot of the videos that I had ready to go up over the weekend. And yeah, so the episode 12 reaction for Agents of Shield, and a couple of other reactions that I was actually getting ready to send out got deleted. So yeah, and it was the most stressful week. It was one of the most stressful weekends I've ever had. I spent the entire weekend actually just itching and searching for ways to actually do some kind of file recovery magic, but then I either took too long or it was deleted in a way that even software couldn't recover it. But either way, I just couldn't get it back. I literally could not get it back, so I had to kind of fight to move on from such a heavy loss. And yeah, among the videos was the reaction for episode 12, which couldn't come up. So yeah, we have to skip one. We got to skip one. That's the second episode I've ever skipped. That's the second episode of the show I've ever skipped. The first one was literally the pilot, but that was because I'd actually watched it a couple of times already, so I, couldn't do an authentic reaction. But then episode 12 is lost. It's among the cyber wilderness. It's among the wilderness of the interweb somewhere, so, or at least my PC, but yeah, it's gone. It's gone. So we've lost that. But we are coming back with episode 13. We are coming back with episode 13, parting shots. So yeah, but I still remember it was still a fun episode. Episode 12 was still a fun episode. We had the Inside Man and Coulson and Talbot working together after he was announced to be the new head of the ATCU. But then being that means that he still has to be under Malik's control somehow. So Gideon Malik kidnapped his son and put him in the gel matrix chambers that they kept the Inhumans in, and warned Talbot against playing against him because he would flip the switch and kill his son. So he was the Inside Man all along, against his own will. So then May and Hunter and Bobby actually worked to get his son back, and then Talbot and Coulson worked to fight back. And then we saw the return of Carl Creel too, the Crusher. He was back. And he was a reformed man. He was a man reformed of his Hydra brainwashing, and he was also Talbot's bodyguard. That part surprised me. But he was Talbot's bodyguard, and obviously bringing Crusher back into the same environment as Hunter would stir up some tension and trust issues. And the episode was rife with issues. The episode was rife with trust issues. Hunter refused to have to go out into the field with him and have to work with him and stuff. And even when he saved his life from snapping the guy's neck, Hunter reassured him, "Yeah, this doesn't make us even. You still killed two of my friends. This doesn't make us even anyway." So there was that. But yeah, we had some fun stuff with Malik and Talbot and Coulson. We saw Hydra Ward was consuming humans. He had Medusa Eyes and Guerra pick up 5 innocent humans, and he worked his, believer magic and spread his skin cells to them, and then he actually consumed theirs. He actually consumed every last bit of flesh and skin on their bodies, and in doing so, he, rejuvenated his own thing, his own body. He actually regained his strength and, stuff like that. So he looked like Neo freaking rising out of the goo in the Matrix. He just, rose out of the goo and stood in his new flesh body. So he's got his strength back. He's got some stuff back. So we'll see like a newly kind of newly regenerated Hydra Ward going forward. But then, I think he did confirm that the Hydra creature did confirm that it can't feed on other Inhumans. It can't take on the bodies of other Inhumans, so it has to be like a regular human body it takes in. But then the body it takes it also consumes. So that's why he wasn't. It wasn't getting any better, even with the protein it was being fed. Like it actually needed a body it could consume. So it consumed those 5 in humans, and then I think over time it's gonna still, you know, break Ward's body down to the, you know, yet again kind of malnourished and pale state that it once was. So that is going to be a tricky pickle. They're just going to have to pick up more and more innocent humans for it to feed on, but I guess we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. We had that, and then of course once they tested, Fitzsimmons and Lincoln actually worked to test Creel's blood with Daisy's blood, and they found out that because Creel isn't an inhuman, but he is still like a science experiment gone wrong to some extent. So his blood is actually a vaccine for Inhumans. His blood actually is a vaccine for Terrigenesis. So Inhumans who don't want their powers, who don't want Terrigenesis, can actually just take a vaccine made from his blood, and then they'll lose their powers. I mean, the entire episode was, you know, on one side it was Coulson and Talbot actually attending a symposium on the whole Inhuman contagion, wondering what to do with them, and then back at S.H.I.E.L.D. we get Daisy and Lincoln arguing with each other about whether or not a vaccine for Inhumans is necessary, and whether or not they should actually create one and make it available. And then that argument then led to what I can only possibly describe as electric quake sex. They met up in his room, and, you know, she was going to teach him how to be all zen and peaceful through the art of physical interaction and stuff. So that happened. But yeah, that is pretty much all I can remember from the last one. So it's a fun kind of continuation, and great seeing Talbot back, and great way to bring Creel back into the mix too. So fun stuff all around. So yeah, hopefully this one actually goes out. Hopefully this reaction I can actually get out, and no more accidentally deleting important files and folders and just losing like an entire week's worth of work. No more of that nonsense. But hopefully we can only hope I actually, you know, take at least a few sips of coffee before I start working, because then that way I can actually make sure I don't do stupid things like deleting folders. So yeah, honestly, it was one of the most stressful weekends of my life. It was just a pain in the ass actually just looking for ways desperately to try and recover something, only to find out that I probably couldn't do it. So yeah, like almost everything else I've deleted over the year, over the course of this year, showed up in file recovery kind of search results, but nothing that I actually needed, actually showed up. So thank you, technology. You're great. You're great when you're great when I need you to be. You're really great when I need you to be. But yeah, anyway, let's move on from, you know, nightmares of 2020 past. But yeah, anyway, about onto the reaction. Episode 13, Parting Shot. So again, this will be the highlight reel. This will be the highlight reel for YouTube. And if you guys want the full-length reaction, you can go catch that over on Patreon. So yeah, episode 13. Let's go.
I'd like a cheeseburger. Medium, with cheddar cheese, ketchup, mayo, lettuce, and tomato. And some curly fries. Crispy.
Oh, curly fries. Okay. She's a curly kind of girl.
Miss Morse.
Bobby and I are on holiday picking mushrooms.
In the woods of Siberia in the dead of winter.
Do you know a better place to find the jumbo chaga mushroom? Because I certainly do not.
You were caught with a weapon standing over a dead man.
An unfortunate circumstance.
Who ordered the assassination?
You want to know the key to a good mushroom soup? Dried porcinis.
I'm not really much of a mushroom person,
Quite
so
pretty in its own way.
that is useless information to me.
Hi.
Hi.
He's like a lovesick
nice,
puppy.
isn't it? The two of us, alone.
San Diego.
Visiting your mum doesn't count.
Really? Visiting fam?
Florence?
Maybe.
That wasn't me.
Wait, so who was she with on Florence
not never.
then?
You're exaggerating.
Who was she with in Florence?
And here we are, chasing a man who may be the last head of Hydra, and our orders are to surveil him? Why? So he can come back to haunt us later. There's a pattern emerging, and it always ends badly.
Oh, you leave your enemies alive, they will come back and finish the job.
Forget it, I just need a break.
Они думают, что мы идиоты.
They think
Я
we're
звоню
idiots.
капитану.
Okay. The captain.
Idioty. Немножко отсылай.
There we go, there we go, there we go.
Hey, at least you look the part there.
He's not wrong.
Bobby, you're with Daisy and
Yeah,
Mac.
she could be like a blonde
Find
Black
security
Widow. Black
help
Widow
and
was
locate
blonde
Malik.
in the comics.
So that means I stay here alone.
Yeah.
You're with me.
Oh, dang.
Remember our mission protocol. Low profile, in and out, no one gets caught.
Amadeus Ravenclaw Hunter.
How long were you married?
Which time?
Is it true?
He is so much more a Hufflepuff. He
You
is
start
easily
with
a
4
Hufflepuff.
ounces of dried porcini mushrooms.
You're saying it was your ex-husband who did this?
No, that's not what I.
Excellent. Finally a confession. A very wise choice, Mr.
That's
Moore.
not a confession.
confession.
Mr. Hunter
That
cannot
is
be
not a
handed over to the
confession.
Russians for trial.
Okay, this got dark very quick.
The letter that looks like New Hampshire with legs. That's D, right?
Da.
Da. Da.
Great.
Yeah. Oh, I really want to hear her speak some Russian.
The reason to shut down this entire project.
Oh, the Prime Minister's against it.
The Prime Minister's against.
Oh.
Yes, because his opposition supports it, namely the ministers you see before you.
And where is Mr. Kruppen now?
He found the attaché's position on Inhumans offensive, because the general himself is an Inhuman.
Oh, the
The
general.
world's first inhuman politician.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. One who happens to have access to nuclear launch codes.
An
does
inhuman
complicate
in that
matters, doesn't
position of power.
We know
Oh,
you have a
okay.
history with the Prime Minister.
I think the solution is obvious. I mean, why keep a man in restraints when he can single-handedly eliminate the problem
take out
for
all
us?
the opposition.
This isn't about a sanctuary. Malik's staging a coup.
Oh, shit.
I'd take a bullet for any one of you, not for the shield logo on the wall, for you.
You were willing to let Andrew die to get revenge. That's not what S.H.I.E.L.D.'s about.
No, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s all about the mission, not the person next to you.
S.H.I.E.L.D. is about sacrifice. Not for you or me, but for the greater good.
Even over the ones you love.
Yes. Even then.
I can't do it nearly as fast.
Like he wasn't even touched.
Could be a psychic ability at work here.
Oh.
Rather than physical, yeah.
Yeah, but if he can snap bones without laying a finger on you, then the Prime Minister's in real danger.
Yeah. Is that the general's ability? Can
The
he...
general's not with him.
If they have him restrained, he can't do anything? Like, they have a headgear, it's
Sows
telekinesis.
the seeds of a coup that
Yeah.
moves without the...
There we go.
Nada.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's not Russian.
Yeah, that's Spanish.
Bobby, hang right at the next hallway. That should take you to the general.
Whoa.
Did you see that?
That shadow.
What?
That's the Prime Minister's detail.
Oh,
He's coming here.
crap.
Malik isn't taking the general anywhere because he doesn't have to.
Did you,
Open the comms.
he's bringing the Prime Minister straight to the
Everyone
general.
listen up.
Excusez-moi? Oh! 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 Whoa! Oh, jeez.
Fitz and I believe the general has the ability to manifest a form of sentient dark force able to shift
Dark
its sensitive will.
Force!
Judging by the way
Yeah, oh,
elsewhere
Dark
the
Force, the
moment it operates
thing from back in
independently of-
season
Can you
1.
just cut to the part where you tell us how we beat it? Technically, you can't.
Light Force?
Not the answer we were looking for.
Life
For
is,
Mother Russia!
Oh, crap.
as I was saying, don't panic, sir, but your life is in danger.
Okay, yeah. He died for Mother Russia.
If it can go solid. You ready, Sestra?
Da. Yeah, let's go.
Well, whatever you're gonna do it now!
No. Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a broken hand right there. Why would you punch it against the metal wall? Seriously. There we go. Oh, yeah, witnesses. Fucking witnesses. Okay, there we go.
There's no cheeseburgers where we're going.
They're gonna go to prison. To Russian prison. The Gulag.
Someone must pay for what happened here,
Malik.
and it will not be me.
Gideon Malik, make him pay. He's been orchestrating all of this.
To be the shield.
To protect those in danger.
Well, now shield, this team, is in the crosshairs. It's time.
They're not gonna commit suicide. That's not taking the bullet, not literally.
I'll have your things sent to you.
Okay, probably not suicide then.
Relations between the president and the prime minister are already badly strained because of the growing alien threat.
If they found out S.H.I.E.L.D. was up and running, trading Inhumans as agents.
It would be bad.
Yeah.
Like Cold War bad.
Oh, fuck.
Bobby and Hunter never cracked under questioning, even to save each other. They did that for S.H.I.E.L.D. They did that for us. And they paid the price.
Are we losing? Are we losing Bobby and Hunter?
They just can't take the fall.
Matt,
Are you
it was
serious?
their choice.
We're losing Hunter and Bobby? Mockingbird? No! No, then... no, please! Don't take them away from me now. No! You can't be serious. It didn't even fucking hit me properly until now.
That's Gemma. Why doesn't she...
Simmons. Simmons.
She can't, can she?
They can't make their relations.
You guys must be
known.
popular.
More admirers. Oh, is it the team? Is the team here?
Fix it here.
Team Fitz? Fitzsimmons? Oh, is everyone there? Daisy, Matt, Coulson?
It's a spy's goodbye.
A spy's what? A spy's goodbye. Oh, no. No, I'm not ready to say goodbye. I'm not ready to say goodbye. No! Don't Mac attack. Oh, Mac just can't do it. He can't do it.
Nice shot, Dad.
Hey, sweetie.
He has a daughter?
Yeah.
Who is his daughter and why is she so cute?
Nah,
Who gave
Coulson
him
has no clue.
permission to have a daughter? Oh, she's good. She is good. Very fair to say, I was completely unprepared for this episode. I think, yeah, I was unprepared. I was unprepared as all hell for this episode. I don't know what I was thinking coming into this episode now. I think I was... I don't know. I don't know. I was not prepared for I wasn't prepared for this. I was not prepared to have to say goodbye to Hunter and Bobby. I did not see this exit coming from a mile off. That caught me even more off guard. The fact that it was actually fucking happening, and especially me still kind of reeling in from having lost everything from the last episode's reaction. I was like, okay, hoping I can actually get this one out. Nothing goes wrong during this one. And then this episode hits me like a fucking fire truck on steroids. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This episode took a much darker turn for Bobby and Hunter than I actually realized. And I think it's because of the fact that we very rarely get political with this stuff. Like, political, not in the sense of PC, but in the sense of actual, political after effects and political kind of, strain on the goings-on of what S.H.I.E.L.D. is. Because S.H.I.E.L.D. is an intelligence agency. It's not just like a superhero thing. It's an intelligence agency. It's an intelligence agency that, constantly has ongoing kind of connections and relations to governments of the world, and they have to kind of answer for stuff and do government-related stuff, and, that kind of thing. Them being captured caught me off guard. I thought it would have been something like, how, like from because it had like a flashbacky kind of filter over it, and like the way it even opened up, I could kind of sense like a X hours earlier or X amount of time earlier coming up. I figured it was like a I mean, in that sense it would be like a flash forward, but yeah, I could detect some kind of time frame being labeled at some point, so it definitely caught me off guard in that sense. But I figured it would have been like how you know, Bobby first kind of crossed into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s crosshairs to begin with. Like, you know, maybe she was like, maybe originally she was like just like a US government agent that got caught in the wrong kind of line of fire, and then S.H.I.E.L.D. bailed her out, and then she became an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I thought that's how it was going to go, but no, this is because they got caught literally trying to save the president's life and also taking out an actual government official, because the Inhuman General guy, he was an assassin, but he was still like a, you know, like an official of the US government. He was actually like a general. So yeah, this took a much darker turn than I actually anticipated. Like, you know, them actually, you know, like because I think it goes to show even more. It goes to show even more that, you know, there are things that they cannot do. There are lines that even S.H.I.E.L.D. is unable to cross. Like the stuff that S.H.I.E.L.D. is unable to do as an actual agency, and especially nowadays, like, you know, S.H.I.E.L.D. is, you know, they're in trouble. Like, they cannot operate as an official government agency without the threat of Hydra coming back, or even without the Hydra label looming over their heads, because of how quickly and how swiftly Hydra rose out from under the ranks of S.H.I.E.L.D. They can't do anything they can't be S.H.I.E.L.D. without also being seen as Hydra. So there was very little that they could do, and even in this episode, I think what hit that mark even harder was Hunter and Bobby knowing that there was nothing that S.H.I.E.L.D. could do that wouldn't put them all at risk, that wouldn't put the entire team at risk, and there was no easy way out of this without everyone meeting some kind of horrific end. So, so yes, I mean, they were even about to be they were even about to be executed by a firing squad because of the crimes they committed, because of the crimes they fought for. Even that scene where, you know, like Bobby very, very barely confessed to who the killer of the ministers was, but then she didn't confess to it, but then she gave away that Hunter might have been the one that did it, and then for them that wasn't enough of a confession. And then Hunter was getting dragged away, and he was kicking and screaming and begging Bobby not to tell them anything and stuff. So that took a dark turn I wasn't expecting. So yeah, this episode I didn't see it coming this far in. I did not see like a goodbye in the books. I did like this, like the spy's goodbye. A spy's goodbye. So that's when I think, yes, that's when, like, you know, like their teammates would just be in different corners of the bar, and that's, fuck me, that scene hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, Jesus. So yeah, so I mean, like they wanted to say goodbye, but they still couldn't do or say anything that would actually, you know, give away their position. Like, there was that one other guy in the suit that was there that just, you know, just couldn't say anything, couldn't do anything. He was just like another S.H.I.E.L.D. team member, but their team was there. You know, May was there, Phil was there, Daisy was there, Fitzsimmons, and Mac attack. He really is just a big old teddy bear. He was like the best till last. He couldn't even take his drink. He could not bring himself to actually do, like, drinking the drink with them is officially saying goodbye. Even he couldn't even do that. He's known these two for so damn long. He has known these two for almost the entirety of their S.H.I.E.L.D. careers, and they are two of his closest friends. He could not bring himself to say goodbye. I couldn't even drink this shit properly. I mean, it wasn't even in a glass, but I couldn't even bring myself to drink it. I was just... It all happened too quickly. This kind of goodbye, it went by too quickly for me to actually process what was happening. I just couldn't believe, like, okay, so, you know, first they're doing the surveillance thing on Malik, and then they've been captured and they have to come up with a story, and then the whole team's going in to help protect the Prime Minister and actually stop the assassin and everything. Then they have no choice but to kill the general, because he's the host of the Inhuman Shadow thing, the Dark Force thing. They brought Dark Force back, so he's the host of that stuff. They have to put an end to that, but they can't do it without killing the host, and that means killing the general, who's a high-profile figure. So then they do that, but then Bobby is witnessed killing a government official, so then that puts her in the crosshairs, and, you know, Hunter is, you know, witnessed, you know, pulling the Prime Minister away, which is shady as fuck in itself. So then they're both captured, and then they're both interrogated, and then they're like, the way they've been captured and the reason they've been captured is both in ways that S.H.I.E.L.D. themselves does not have the power to do much. So Bobby and Hunter, like, they're fully aware of that whole situation, so they're like, they have to come up with some kind of thing for them. I thought it was going to be suicide. I thought it was going to be some kind of suicide, but no, they still want to live and stuff like that, but they're just stepping out of the limelight. They have no idea, they have no choice but to step out of the limelight and actually, you know, and then that is the only thing that actually help to denounce themselves as any, like, government agents of any kind. Like, they're just people who are on vacation who happen to step into step into the situation and do something good to save someone else. So yeah, but the spy's goodbye, jeez, that is a hell of a way to say goodbye. That is a hell of a way to say goodbye, and a great way to pull at my fucking heartstrings. That is a great way to do both of those things all at once. And yeah, I think that's what made it even harder. Like, they're just in the distance, just, you know, hold. I should have had water in a glass or something. Like, you know, they're just in the distance, just lifting their glasses up, and, you know, just you know, drinks from all their different secret admirers, and then at the end of it, once they've had their drinks, they're then walking out the bar, and Mac, he just can't bring himself to do it. Mac cannot bring himself to do it. That is, again, that is such a beautifully constructed scene, and the concept of that kind of thing in the story itself, the concept of like a spy's goodbye, is literally, it's so heartbreakingly beautiful. It's actually heartbreakingly beautiful. Like, they can't do anything that might risk giving their positions and giving the truth away, but at the same time, it's like, they are friends. Deep down, they are still partners, they're co-workers, they're former co-workers, they're friends, and they will be damned if they can't say goodbye the old-fashioned way. Like, you know, even Bobby recognizing, like, you know, it's a spy's goodbye. Like, you know, we can't say anything directly, but we will always remember you. We will always love you. We will always remember you. Take care of yourselves, you know, and just, you know, be safe out there. You know, we'll keep fighting the good fight in your name. Just, you know, be safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and Why? 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 I'm not ready to say goodbye to them yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. No. Oh, jeez. It's amazing when you can actually put so much into 5-10 minutes of silence. When you can put that much into silence, just facial expressions and just that concept of a spy's goodbye. Like, when you can put that much into so little, you know that you're doing a good job. You know that you're doing a good job. But geez, I mean, yeah, I mean, and I think they definitely, I think what made it worse was that, you know, like, in the build-up, they definitely hinted at it. I think it definitely felt like they hinted at, you know, wanting to separate, because, you know, Hunter, you know, was tired of, you know, not just, like, you know, like, Hunter was tired on two fronts. One front being, like, you know, he did it, he would take a bullet for any one of them, not because they're S.H.I.E.L.D., but because they're partners and they're meant to have each other's backs. But for the rest of them, it's because they're S.H.I.E.L.D., they swore an oath to be the S.H.I.E.L.D., to be the first and last line of defense, to protect the world from all that kind of stuff. But with Hunter, it's like, you know, for him, he started off as a mercenary. He still cares about people. He ran with a crew. He lost that crew to one of the people he was forced to work with last episode. So that kind of stuff, he can't let it fly by easily. He can't let it fly by very easily. So so for him, it's like, you know, he would take a bullet for any one of the team, because they're the team, because they're a team of people who have each other's backs, and they're his partners and friends and all that stuff. So, you know, for him, it's, you know, and like, May was holding a grudge because of the whole Andrew stuff and having almost lost Andrew because of it. So there was that whole thing, and then the other thing, like, you know, them never having taken a break. They very, 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 very rarely ever have the opportunity to take any kind of vacation. But then they've never taken a proper vacation ever. Like, anytime they've taken a vacation, it either wasn't together, or it was visiting family, or it was, like, you know, something else. Like, it wasn't even a proper vacation. It was like just going somewhere exotic for the sake of work. So yeah, so he had that whole thing going on. He could not live with that. So yeah, so he wanted to take a break from that too, and even Bobby sensed, like, you know, you're not just saying taking a break from the mission, you're take a break from S.H.I.E.L.D., because, you know, he actually wanted to be able to live a life that didn't involve having bullets flying past your ears and kicking butt and all that sort of stuff. So it was peppered in there. It was peppered in, both in the kind of 36 hours earlier thing, and also the interrogation, like, them two knowing that, you know, there was no easy way out of this, and the only way they could do it was to separate themselves from their work, to actually denounce themselves as any kind of intelligence agents. So yeah, no, I'm never gonna get past Spy's Goodbye. I am never gonna get past Spy's Goodbye. Spy's Goodbye hit me like a fire truck on steroids. That writers, I love the writers and I hate them. I love the writers and I hate them. They know how to do stuff to you. The writers know how to do stuff to you, to do it to your heart, to do it to your memories. Like, I was not ready to say goodbye to them. And yeah, like, I feel like it could have been built up somewhat better throughout the seasons, because, like, you know, I feel like it wasn't until this episode that, you know, you really see him mentioning wanting to leave S.H.I.E.L.D., but then throughout the rest of the season, you do kind of see him, Hunter especially, kind of feeling like, you know, all these powers are coming out. It's too much. It's way above his pay grade for him to handle, but he handles it anyway because he's a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. It's his job. And then Bobby going through rehab. She doesn't feel like she's ready to go back into the field, and she has her own issues coming up. So it's kind of, it's sprinkled in a little bit, and then it's up to you as the viewer to piece it together. But then the writers actually do still plant those kind of seeds. They do sow the seeds of exit. They do sow the seeds of goodbye. So, you know, you got to give them props for that much, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you wouldn't fully put those kind of tablets together if it weren't for this scene. But still, it's like, you know, it feels so early. It feels like we're only 13 episodes in. It feels so early. It feels like, you know, I don't know. Just I'm not ready. That's just me. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to say goodbye to them. So that Spies goodbye thing hit me harder because of that. So. Maybe other people, maybe you guys saw it coming earlier than I did. Maybe it makes perfect sense to you guys. But yeah, I mean, without a doubt, this is a super emotional thing. Without a doubt, this is a super emotional kind of scene. But the kind of result and the context of which, just, you know, I'm not really, you know, still kind of struggling to get processed up here. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Exactly where things go. But I don't know. I do not know. And just when I was falling in love with Bobby even more too, they had to take her away from me. I was falling in love with Bobby and her multilingualism and her speaking Russian here and there and everywhere and stuff, you know. Like Bobby, I think Bobby is someone I have very, very easily and very quickly fallen in love with in this show. But like Hunter is just, you know, he's amazing. Hunter is amazing. He's hilarious. He's great at his job. He's a great character overall to get to know. From his entrance in season 2, he was great. And he's been great for, you know, the entire time he's been on here. But, you know, Bobby is someone, you know, that is just, you know, is just amazing in so many different ways. And as a couple, they do have that kind of romantic pairing quality to them. But even like they're just like a dynamic duo. They get each other. They flow well together. They have that kind of history that kind of powered their introduction and relation back in season 2, and even coming to season 3. They had their own kind of issues, but they still powered through, and they still did their thing. And they almost lost each other when Ward almost like killed Bobby way back in the end of season 2. So they almost lost each other then. So then that allowed them to power through. Like they are they are one of the biggest couples of this show, and they've kind of powered through everything that their enemies have thrown their way, and they've kind of, I think they've definitely kind of, you know, cemented a spot in my heart. You know, I feel a lot of things for them. So to see them kind of going like what feels to me like so soon definitely kind of irks me in a very, very heartbreaking way. But I guess that's just life. That is just life. So we can only hope that they move forward in their lives with, you know, some sense of calm and peace, and they move forward without any kind of, you know, obstacles or struggles. And if we ever see them in the future again, then that will make me all the happier. But yeah, for now, I do, you know, as a viewer myself, I do hope as characters themselves, I do hope they actually do take care of themselves and go on a proper fucking vacation. No family, no S.H.I.E.L.D., no Hydra, just, you know, them, some Muay Thais on a beach, and maybe some mountain climbing, whatever crosses their mind, whatever tickles their fancy. As a vacation, I hope they actually get that vacation. They can spend some time together and actually live a life and stuff. But yeah, that's the end of Hunter and Bobby. That is the end of Hunter and Bobby. I was not prepared for that. I was not prepared for it. So yeah, A Spy's Goodbye. That is excellent. That is an excellent concept. A Spy's Goodbye. But yeah, you know what? I don't have any alcohol on me. As of right now. But I am definitely going to pour some water out, some healthy H2O out for Hunter and Bobby, and I'm gonna go back to that scene, gonna go back to A Spy's Goodbye, and I'm gonna drink one to them. As a proper Spy's Goodbye, because this time I'm actually aware of what's happening. And I can actually go back and drink one out to them properly. So that'll be that. The music, the way, the sound, everything. Take care of yourselves, guys. It's been a great run. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, so again, it was emotional as fuck. The music, the lack of sound, of any kind of sound, no talking in the background, nothing like that, just, some nice piano tunes and other instruments, and just, panning back and forth and showing them actually taking the drinks. And again, so much said in so little, in no words at all, so much in, silence, effectively silence. So they know how to pull off emotional scenes. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. knows how to pull off emotional scenes. So yeah, I think I don't know what else to say. There was a great build up with the story of what they went through, what they did, and how it affected them, all the Inhuman stuff. So yeah, again, just hope they actually take care of themselves. Hope they live some good, fruitful lives, and hope they can live peaceful lives too. And just know that they were two of the greatest agents that S.H.I.E.L.D. ever had, even in its downfall, even, from its downfall to its uprisal, they were two of the greatest agents that S.H.I.E.L.D. ever had, and the team won't be the same without them. The team will definitely not be the same without them, so yeah. So then it didn't go down just that way. So I mean, the story itself was great. Gideon kind of using the minister and his opposition and all that kind of sanctuary stuff to stage the coup and to actually play the cards right to his own benefit, to see whatever happens, but then in the end the sanctuary is all that matters. But Gideon himself, he seems kind of uneasy. He seems like he has a daughter. Gideon Malik has a daughter, and why does she have to be so cute? It's hard to root against her when she's so cute. God damn it. Jeez, okay, no, but he has a daughter. He has a daughter, and she seems to be working with him too. She seems to be quite enthusiastically working with him, aware of all the stuff going on, aware of all the Hydra stuff, and even the Hydra creature inside ward kind of stuff. She seems to be aware of that stuff, and she's kind of doing her own thing. But what exactly her own thing is, we will see in the coming episodes. But it's a nice kind of very, very brief introduction that she's a part of the whole family business and the Hydra stuff. So we'll see exactly what she's up to. I recognize that actress. I recognize the actress from some other places. I think she was in One Tree Hill, right? Is that the show I'm thinking of? I don't know. I think I ever so slightly recognize her from One Tree Hill. She might have been on that show. I'm not too sure, but I do recognize her from some other kind of, soap opera drama type stuff with some other actors and stuff. I recognize her face. I've seen her in some other stuff, but I can't pinpoint what exactly. But I look forward to seeing exactly how she, does in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I look forward to seeing more of her. Gideon Malik himself, he seems kind of, uneasy about what the Hydra creature's plans are. He seems to think that there's some other stuff, afoot that the Hydra creature isn't telling him. And, he seems to be, aware of the sanctuary is like, the sanctuary that's going to be built is less of a sanctuary type thing and more of like a harvesting farm for the creature. Like, not a harvesting farm, because an army, and like an army camp, basically. So, it's going to be less of a somewhat of like a mix between a prison camp and an actual army camp, because they do need to build an army of Inhumans for this thing to lead. So he can't consume them, but he can still control them by the end of it. So he can still lead them into war and whatever comes forth. So yeah, so it's like a mix between an army camp and a prison camp. So they keep them prisoner, but they do train them to be soldiers, to be weapons of war, like the Kree originally intended them to be. So we'll see exactly what kind of path that leads down to. But yeah, that is that stuff. But yeah, again, circling back to Hunter and Bobby, I can't help it. My mind is stuck on that topic. My mind is stuck on the Hunter and Bobby thing. So yeah, they've had a great run. They have had a great run. Nick Blood and Adrienne Palicki have done a fantastic job of portraying these two characters. You know, Mockingbird and Hunter. I don't think Hunter's an actual superhero in the comics. He's just Lance Hunter. I don't even know if he's in the comics, but he's just Lance Hunter. But he was a mercenary trained S.H.I.E.L.D. agent after his ex-wife vouched for him and said that, you know, he'd be a good fit for S.H.I.E.L.D. So he did his best, he did his part, he played his role, he, you know, did some stuff, he made some errors, but overall he was still a loyal friend and a great S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. So both of them, I hope, you know, in the context of the show, in the fiction of the show, I do hope that they go on to lead full lives and maybe even better lives outside of being S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. I hope they actually get the life they want, they live a life of peace, maybe even start a family if that's in the books for them. But whatever they do, I do hope they live. I hope this doesn't mean we get some kind of bullshit off-screen death, okay? I don't want any of that shit. Don't pull that shit with me. But yeah, I guess that is a goodbye to Hunter and Bobby. It's a goodbye to Hunter and Bobby. They've been great. They have been great. I've loved them from the day they first showed up. And from the episodes they first showed up. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what's in store for the rest of the team going forward. Now that they've technically lost Hunter and Bobby, but they were still able to say goodbye in a much more emotional way than they would have liked. They were still able to say goodbye in a respectful way, as per S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of tradition. Like a spies goodbye sounds very, very traditional for S.H.I.E.L.D. Because Bobby recognized it. Bobby recognized it right off the set, right off the bat. So she knew exactly what was going on. They couldn't say anything, but they could still do something. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm in mourning. I'm officially in mourning. I'm officially in mourning for these two characters. They didn't die, but a piece of my heart did. So that still counts for something. But yeah, I can't really think of much else to say other than, you know, I look forward to seeing where the show goes forward in their departure. But yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know how you felt when you first experienced this episode. When you first experienced A Spy's Goodbye, and what your thoughts are on their departure and what you look forward to and what you enjoyed from Bobby and Hunter's run and what you look for, what you hoped they would bring to the table and what you enjoyed from seeing them together and all that kind of stuff and what you look forward to going forward. But yeah. That is pretty much it. So that was Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of this episode and what you look forward to going forward in this season. The full-length reaction, as I said before, will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.